Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm Carrick. So we're going to be continuing on in Democracy 4, trying to create the conservative theocracy of America here. President of the United States over here, going for a very conservative, religious sort of society, I guess. We're still in the middle of our first term. We have 5 turns left until the election. We can see our popularity is actually going up. Voter intention is going up. I mean, this all seems to be relatively good looking here in these trends. If we come over to here, we can actually see the electioneering. A lot of this we can't really, what I don't quite get, activists boost your voter turnout. Members, 10,000. I don't know how to boost this. Seems like we've actually lost members, right? Here, the opposition, the Dominion, they have 700,000 members. But we have about this, we have the exact same number of activists? I don't get that. I don't quite get that. We can't do some of this stuff until we get closer to the election. Speeches and things like that will help. Fundraising, we're being outraised. We're being outraised by the Dominion. And then we also have some publicity stunts that we can do here, but it does say that you should do these before the election because they do wear off. The effects of them wear off. So what do we want to do right now? We just got rid of the obesity crisis. That's good. We could continue. This is like going down, which feels good, but what can we do to help get rid of car usage? Well, actually, what about that? That's a good point. Ooh, car usage is going down fast. It's going down fast. The telecoming initiative is bringing it down. It's bringing it down. That's good. That's good. Because if we can get rid of that, that's going to be huge, right? There's tons of people that just despise us. Motorists, commuters, they do not like us because of this issue. So hopefully within the next 2 turns, that's gone. I don't know. It looks like pollution's going down. We're doing a good job here. Gig economy. I mean, we're just living with the gig economy at this point. Environmental protests. I mean, that's very close to being able to... How can we bring this down? How can we bring this down? It's saying the environment is pulling it down, but the environment should be going up. Keep the America tied up. We really have to think of things that are thematic. Like, and we need to think in terms of conservation, not in terms of not in terms of global warming, but in terms of just general conservation. Like, protecting the national forests and things like that, that typically throughout American history has been very much agreed upon by conservatives and both sides. So that would be the most thematic way that we could try to improve the environment for this particular run. But I don't know if there's going to be much here that doesn't have us going into, a climate change type stuff, which, we don't, this is a hoax, so we don't really care about that too much. That's very expensive hoax as well. Diverted profits, microgeneration grants, hybrid cars. We like our big, big giant gas guzzling trucks. You know what I mean? I don't know how we feel about that. Presumably, if we could just continue to bring down, car emissions, and that brings down CO2 usage and stuff. Is any of this stuff actually popular with the people? Free bus passes. Hey, you know what? Free bus. Well, it's not very thematic to our run here. High rail subsidies. People are all about this. I mean, this would increase productivity. It'd be good for commuters. International trade would be high. Air travel would go down. Car usage would go down. Unemployment would go down. This would be incredibly expensive, but it would be super cool to do this. It'd be very expensive. We're almost turning a corner, I think, economically, if the GDP can continue to come up. By the way, guys, just to mention, if you're joining us just now, I mean, we're a few minutes in, so there's no way, so it's just joining. But there is a playlist link down below, right, to catch up on where we to go back to the episode 1, right, and kick off with us on episode 1 if you're joining us sort of midway through the series. Explaining a bit more. Sorry, guys, there's just a bunch of stuff here that's like, huh. What do we have on the table that we might want to do? Pollution controls? Boosts the environment. Environmentalists will like this. Capitalists won't. CO2 emissions go down. GDP will go down. Yeah, I mean, eventually we want to kind of... Eventually we'd want to get rid of what we're doing there, if anything. What do we have here? Minimum wage. Wait, minimum wage? No minimum wage would make not much of a positive. This isn't really like this. This doesn't. It wouldn't help much here. Agricultural subsidies, business startup campaign. Yeah, we enacted that one. Did we already lower labor laws to the? Yeah, we did make them pro-employer. Yeah, we did do that. You know, I would like to invest in nuclear. If we invested in nuclear, the environmentalists would not be happy, but I don't think this would actually have a negative impact on the environment. It does bring down oil demand, would go down significantly. CO2 emissions would go down, I think. I think CO2 emissions would go down, technology would go up. I like this. It's expensive though. But you know what? Let's go nuclear. Let's go nuclear. There we go. Booyah. Next turn. Political relationship downgrade. What we need... Oh, doctor strike is over. That's huge. That is huge. Demand from a donor. What policy? Flags at every street corner? Heck yes. Racial tension will go up. 60% of people like this? Yes, please. Done. What else was going on to that? Ooh, a lot of people don't like us here. But our popularity is going way up, though. Yes, it looks like... In fact, it looks like we might actually be winning the election right now. Holy cow, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy. What is this here? Work safety laws. Wait, what the heck? Work safety laws? This is bringing down productivity. It also brings down the self-employed. Trade unionist, health. I honestly think, like, you know, do we really need work safety laws? Can't we just... Won't it just wash out? Won't the market take care of that? People won't work for anywhere that isn't safe, right? Okay, this is good. This is good. We only have 2 political capital that turn. That was a quick turn. Is this still going down? Ooh, that should be ending. Congestion should be ending. Nuclear. The nuclear thing is going to take a long time to kick in, I think. Pollution. Why does population bring pollution down? That's something I'm not quite sure how that works. Seems like increasing population, unless population is going down. No, it's going up. It's going up. The environment is trying to bring down pollution. That makes sense, right? The more powerful the environment is, the more it's going to bring this down. We want to bring that down. Keep the country tidy campaign, that's still kicking in. Car usage, GDP. Yeah, we need to activate like a whole new thing in order to help with this. I mean, we could at the game. I don't want to ban. It wouldn't even make that big of a difference. No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. What can we do for Social Justice Foundation? This could be good because, oh well, yeah. That is very much not thematic. But the youth political $1 billion for that? Are you kidding me? This one's pretty cheap, the cyberbullying, but no one really cares that much about it. Apparently, we don't have that many parents or youth in the country. Trade Council, international trade would go up, foreign relations would go up. A lot of people not actually that happy about that, probably because we have so many patriots. Alcohol awareness. Is alcohol consumption really an issue? No, it's like basically zilch. I mean, are we even making any money from the alcohol tax? But we have, wait a second. Wait a second. No one is using alcohol. Am I crazy? GDP increases alcohol consumption because people have more disposable income to kind of play with. Poverty and unemployment bring it up. Alcohol law. See, this isn't exactly conservative, right? This is more libertarian and liberal, but it almost kind of makes sense to me. This would actually be really, really good if we were then to do no limits on. And the reality is this would actually not be no one would really care that much. Like even the conservatives are not going to be upset by that. I think this is like almost too strong because that brings up consumption. And bringing up consumption would actually lead to the taxes and stuff coming for that. I wonder if that's one of the reasons why we're not making as much, because we're not making the 10 to 15 billion from taxes. I mean, we could just bring down the tax rate because we're making none right now, right? So we bring this down a little bit, and presumably that means that we increase consumption and we could start making a little bit of money off the people that are taxing, right? This is a situation where we've taxed people so much they don't even do it, which is okay because that ties into productivity. So it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Let's just go to the next one. Antisocial behavior. How has that not come down? Gridlock is over. That's huge. People smuggling. Whoa, what is this? Large number of people have been entering the country hidden inside cargo containers in an organized attempt at people smuggling. Criminals who masterminded the scheme have been arrested, but there is debate on whether those people who are now on our shores should be sent back to their country of origin. Send them back. Send them back. Strong leader, patriot, conservatives. There you go. Imminent situation, though, it's saying. Polarization. Our data shows that we have a potentially bad situation, polarization on our hands. Ooh, fake news is actually bringing that up big time. How do we fix fake news? See, that's a little bit of a goofy thing, because I didn't realize fake news did anything, but this does affect polarization. Generational wealth gap. Interesting. State press freedom. This is nothing but a good thing, quite honestly. Except for the fact it's not exactly in line with our ideals. Campaign speeches are available. We probably do want to give a speech. Okay. Your scriptwriters have prepared some punchy slogans to go into your speech, and you must now choose to use which ones to use, up to 4. They may polarize some voter groups for or against you, so choose carefully. None of these are particularly amazing because... yeah, this is tricky. What is this here? Is this the poor versus the wealthy? Oh, we could scroll down a little bit because that's a 2-to-1, right? It more proportionally helps convinces the poor to. The poor already likes us, don't they? Why is Dominion membership going down? I mean, it looks like more people are. Am I crazy? How am I reading this? It looks like more people fanatically support us. Is this us or is this people fanatically supporting us? I'm not sure. Why is the activist number the same on both screens? Why are these going down at the bottom? It looks like we're still being outfunded based on this, but I don't know. A good strong leader. I think we're more like, I think we should do a media stunt, but I'm not actually seeing a potential amazing speech here. I just don't see good options. State employees. I mean, who doesn't actually like? Oh, the environmentalists. We could grab them. And the conservatives, because these don't really like negatively affect anybody. We could talk about the wealthy, or the talk about the poor, and it's all rhetoric, right? And then we can go in and swing into a decent amount of self-employed. I don't think this is going to be a very legendary speech. $9 political capital for that? Let's do it. Let's do it and see what happens here. We should go up a bit. There we go. We're going up. Let's see how the polling is after this. This should bring us up a bit. Oh, good, good, good. One more, the finale here. I don't know if we were thinking. There we go. We're ending on a high note. Fantastic. I think that was probably worth it. Maybe sort of probably. Antisocial behavior should be coming down. This is something I thought we were going to fix a long time ago. Let's bring this up a little bit. With the remaining of our political capital. If we can get rid of that, that'd be great. Technically, we have state broadcaster. A state-owned broadcaster can provide impartial and independent news without influence from the corporate advertising. This can serve as defense against bias or fake news, but a compulsory TV tax is not popular with everyone. Brings down fake news, though. No, there's got to be other ways to bring down fake news, like education. Yeah. We need to bring education up. And I think actually, does the faith school subsidies do that? It does. It does bring down it does bring up education. We're going to want to do that. We're going to want to do that. Polarization is something that's likely to happen here soon, too. Hospital overcrowding is going to end. That's amazing. If that ends, doesn't that actually have... Well, no, it's just a few people are upset about that. Yikes, there's a lot of different things that we're trying to juggle right now. We do have to go to the next turn. I think we're going to need to reshuffle the cabinet over here. Hospital overcrowding ending. We're getting rid of a lot of these crises, and that's a good thing. No doubt about it. Water shortage? We will have a potentially bad situation, water shortage on our hand if we do not act soon. Average temperature. Whoa. Farmer percentage. Plant-based diets bring it down. Which makes sense, right? Because it's a lot more efficient having, eating more plant. It takes a lot less per unit of energy to grow vegetables than it does to grow the crops and then feed them to the animals and then eat the animals. That's just a science thing. But then again, we don't believe in science. So the environment brings it down. Is it just having a good, positive, sort of healthy environment? Year goes up over time. That's kind of intense. That's kind of intense. Lay the wreath for the general. One of the long-serving military generals has died. You must decide whether to lay a wreath at his funeral. The general was definitely a military hero, but was dogged by accusations of racism, misogyny, and bullying towards the end of his career. In honoring this man at the funeral, we are not condoning what he became later in life, but simply paying respects to a man who was clearly prepared to put his life on the line for his country. Not to lay a wreath would be cheap virtue signaling that would insult our troops and disgrace the uniform they wear. Absolutely. Of course, I'm doing this with a chagrin, guys. Liberals are a little upset about that. We've been hammering the liberals, but to be honest, they don't actually hate us that much. Our popularity is off the charts. I mean, like, am I crazy? Like, it looks like we're going to win the election. It looks like we are going to win the election. Where's the electioneering? How are the members of how are these numbers the exact? I don't understand this screen clearly at all. Based on all the numbers, I think we should be winning overwhelmingly. Let's tell everybody how trustworthy we are. Chance of 60. Okay, here's a 80 impact on perception. Wow. 20% impact on perception. Eat breakfast in a typical builder's cafe. Absolutely. This is perfect. We're so down to earth. 81% chance of success. Look at that. Booyah. Good numbers there. I think we got this election in the bag, if I'm not mistaken. Guys, thank you everybody for tuning in to another episode. I'll see you guys in the next one, where it sounds like we're going to be actually getting to election day here. So thanks everybody. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Questions and comments down below, guys. Of course, this is just for fun, right? We're just being silly and just getting into we're just role playing a little bit in a very silly alternate world, never going to happen situation. So I'll see you guys in the next episode, where we continue to try to create the conservative theocracy of America.